saw that Phoenix is coming back. 1st and 10, Chicago. They lead by 11. Harbaugh, left side. Gentry. Mark Murphy and Johnny Holland knock him out of bounds, but yet once again he makes the big play. This time a gain of 23.
Well, he just continues to make big plays, as you said, Vern. Here is the all-out blitz. Single covered on the outside. Jerry Holmes will come up, slip down, and now Gentry is in the secondary. And watch the end of this play as he delivers a blow here to Mark Murphy, a la Walter Payton.
23-yard gain. 24-13, Chicago. Of bounds at the 30, chased there by Scott Stephen, number 54.
You know, Vern, the line of scrimmage, the neutral zone is the length of the football. You see how Hilgenberg tilts the ball up. He shortens that space. Again, the running ability of Harbaugh buys some time and picks up some yardage along the sideline there. The problem here is, though, he goes out of bounds, and it's too early to start talking about managing the clock, but in a game like this, every second counts.
And this is a significant play in this ball game. 3rd and 5 from the 30. Neil Anderson, first down, Chicago. Now James Thornton runs the play in.
This is a well-designed play. From the outside, you're going to see Wendell Davis come and make the block that will spring Anderson free for the first down. Right here comes Davis. Bang, there's the block. There's the first down.
That gain is good to the 20. 24-13, 9:40 remaining in the ball game. Anderson. Thayer pulled and led to the left. And Neil Anderson is down at the 16-yard line before Bob Nelson makes the tackle.
He had 20 rushes last week for over 100 yards. These yards he's earning today are well earned. They're tough.
He's up to 71 today on 21 carries, 1,200 yards in the 1989 season. And they're working on the clock. It's now down to 9 minutes remaining. Chicago got off to a 4-0 start last year. Trying to go 2-0 today. Play fake. Over Scott Stephen. Touchdown! Neil Anderson from Jim Harbaugh. A gain of 16 and the TD.
Well, you just can't say enough about the job Harbaugh is doing today. This ball is perfectly thrown right over the linebacker's head, right in the hole in the secondary. Again, Murphy's late coming over on the coverage, and Harbaugh's got another touchdown pass. That's just a beautiful throw, though. He knows that the linebacker won't be able to make the play because he's got his back turned to the quarterback.
Don Mikowski has not played in a competitive situation this year. Here's Anthony Dilweg, nailed. Richard Dent with his second sack today, and that's 6 for the afternoon. 6 Bear sacks.
The one thing they haven't done with Dent today is move him around much. They must like the matchup with Rutgers there. Obviously, Rutgers was not up to it that time. Dent just tossed him aside and then drilled Dilweg.
3rd and 19. Deep in the middle, picked off. Intercepted by Mark Carrier, the first-round draft choice out of Southern California. Fascinating young man in that he agreed to a contract before the actual draft was held.
And he carries on that tradition of great safeties from USC. But this is playing center field, just watching the quarterback's eyes, looking for that overthrown pass and making the interception.
Second down and 10. Tomzak, draw play to Rouse.
Are they real or just paper Packers? Green Bay was out to prove they were more than a house of cards against the Bears last Sunday. But the monsters of the Midway were ready to take some of the bite out of Tim Harris's bark by keeping him off their quarterback.
Harbaugh, play action, looks to throw. He's it down outside. Ron Morris is there, and the
Controlling the line of scrimmage, the Bears' line kept Chicago's offense humming while the Packers looked for the secret to get them back in sync.
As if it's a bear. In our pass protections, you got to review quickly your nickel 33 rules. Bob and Carroll, we always have G.
It was the Bears' defense that had the upper hand. Here, William Perry goes past Keith Euchre for one of Chicago's 6 sacks. The Bears also took advantage of 2 Green Bay fumbles deep in their own territory to build a 17-7 lead, from which they would not look back.
Harbaugh takes rolling out right. Harbaugh looking to the end zone. Harbaugh cuts it back.
It was vintage Bears football. Turnovers, powerful running, and timely passing. And the result is a 2-0 start. A start Mike Ditka knows does not guarantee success.
The tie this year, and again they're off to a good September start. Jim Harbaugh not playing for a tie. This time he was picked off by Jerry Holmes, who's been everywhere the first 2 weeks for the Pack, returned it to the 37th. Lenny Infante had a tough choice, went with the NFC Offensive Player of the Week, Anthony Dilweg, over Don Mikowski, the recently signed QB. So with Dilweg on the Packers' second possession, hands the ball off. He can do that. Gives it to Keith Woodside. The ref is nailed. He didn't get a good view of Woodside's 10-yard run at 7-0. Look at Brian Noble playing the tough D, tying up Neil Anderson.
And here you see Noble make the big hit on Anderson again. You know, Noble plays with such intensity. Great for a linebacker. Here you see him come up and stick. That's perfect tackling position.
Give me an intensity for a linebacker. What would you know about that?
A little bit.
A little bit. Harbaugh at the control. Second quarter, overthrows Wendell Davis. On comes the field goal unit. Kevin Butler's going to miss the kick, but Ron Pitts is called for running into the kicker. A big, big penalty because the Bears get the first down, much to the chagrin of Lindy. 3 plays later. Neil Anderson, the pick, the scoot. It cost the Pack a touchdown. 10-7 Chicago. Bears think they've gotten off to a good defensive start. The fridge comes through, knocks the ball loose. Trace Armstrong traces it down. Bears capitalize on the miscue. Harbaugh from 2 yards out. Gets into the end zone. Bears lead at 17-10 at the half. Second half, more trouble for Dilweg. Armstrong hits him, and there's a fumble. Jim Light My Fire Morrissey recovers for Chicago. 4 plays later, Harbaugh finds the touch and finds Ron Morris wide open. 40-yard pass. The Bears open up a 24-10 lead. Harbaugh threw only 14 times, but it helps that he completed 11 of them.